Hello everyone. Today I will be sharing with you my top book recommendations for a beginner. While making this list, I've kept in mind various factors such as the length of the book, the simplicity of the language, and I think these are ideal recommendations for a first timer. I've divided this list of 10 into two parts, of which the first 5 books are for children and teenagers and the next 5 are for adults. So let's begin. At number 10, we have The Pet Post Secret by Radhika Dhariwal. The Pet Post Secret is a beautiful children's book which follows the story of a squirrel who lives in the animal town of Bimao. Squirrel is the last slave of this town, and one day, accidentally, he discovers that he can be freed from being a slave. But for this, he would have to find the Brittle's key, the long-lost Brittle's key. The author does a very good job in personifying the animal characters, and the story is well paced. The dialogues are simple, the language is simple, and the plot is amazing. And overall, it's a fun children's book. Coming to the next one, at number 9, we have Fantastic Mr. Fox by Roald Dahl. Now honestly, any book by Roald Dahl is an amazing children's book, but for me, Fantastic Mr. Fox is my personal favorite. The story is about Mr. Fox, who is a fox, and he is living with his family and he regularly steals food from 3 farmers to feed his family. One day the farmers decide to kill Mr. Fox once and for all, but Mr. Fox is just too clever for the farmers. The book has a hilarious plot, funny characters, and is fast paced. That makes it a quick and amazing read. At number 8, we don't have a book but an author, Enid Blyton. Enid Blyton has mainly 2 famous book series, The Famous 5 and The Secret 7. The both are quite similar actually. It's about a group of teenagers solving mysteries around the town and helping the police in the summer vacations. You can pick any book at random and start reading, as they are not interconnected at all. But if you wanted my suggestion, The Secret 7, the first book in the series, is a good place to start. And in Famous 5, you can go with the 5 on a treasure island. Again, these books can be read in any order, so you can go ahead and pick anyone at random. The Secret 7 series was my personal favorite as a kid. Moving forward, at number 7, we have the Percy Jackson series by Rick Riordan. The series follows the story of Percy Jackson, a demigod who is the son of Poseidon. Percy goes through many adventures and quests in the span of 5 books in this series. The book is a light fantasy and gets very funny at times. Apart from the main Percy Jackson series, there are several other books in the same universe that too follow the story of Percy. It's a pretty addictive series, and the good thing is there are many books to read. Moreover, there is a live action show based on these books coming out too, so now is the good time to start them. At number 6, we have the last children's book of this list, which is of course The Hobbit. The Hobbit is one of my favorite books of all times. I would not talk much about The Hobbit here, as I've already done a full review of the book. So if you want, you can go check that out. I'll leave the link in the description. Now coming at my recommendations for the first time adult readers. At number 5, we have a non-fiction book, the only non-fiction book in this list, that is Connect the Dots by Rashmi Bansal. The book contains the success stories of 20 passionate individuals who started their own business without an MBA. The stories are very inspiring and it is definitely a great read. The stories are not too long and written in simple language and in a form of an interview, and that makes it a good read for the first time readers. Okay, moving forward, at number 4, we have The Murder of Roger Ackroyd by Agatha Christie. Now you can't find a better book to start reading murder mysteries than this one. Coming from the Queen of Crime herself, this book is a classic murder mystery in which my favorite detective of all time, Hercule Poirot, investigates. The mystery is brilliant and you will absolutely love the character of Hercule Poirot. The book is not a very long read. At about 300 pages, it will leave you amazed in the end. This book will definitely pique your interest in reading. Moving ahead, at number 3, we have The Boy in the Striped Pajamas by John Boyne. This is a short read at about 200 pages and hands down one of the most beautiful books I have ever read. The book is set in Nazi Germany and follows the story of 9-year-old Bruno, who along with his family moves to a new house in a new city. There, he develops friendship with a boy about same age as him, who lives on the other side of a wired fence, where things seem to be sad and everyone on the other side wears a uniform of striped pajamas. This is a heartbreaking book which will definitely leave you in tears and will stay with you forever. Now moving on, at number 2, we have To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. This is one of those books about which you think for days, even weeks after reading the book. The book deals with many serious issues like racism and injustice. The story is basically about the childhood of the siblings Scout and Jem Finch, whose father is a lawyer, who is also defending a black man who is charged with the rape of a white girl. The book is definitely worth your time and a must read according to me. And finally, at the top spot, we have The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini. This again is one of my favorite books of all time. This is the debut novel by the author and his most famous one yet. The book follows the story of Amir and Hassan, two friends in Afghanistan. Everything is fine until the Russians invade and Amir has to flee to America with his Baba. This is a devastating, heartbreaking and unforgettable tale of love, guilt, lost friendships and betrayal, and definitely deserves a top spot on this list. So those were my top 10 picks for a new reader. Hope you enjoy them and happy reading.